Welcome to Blue Jays Today, where today we're going to be talking about some Blue Jays trade rumors and also Major League Baseball trade rumors from around the league, because this is crazy. Apparently, Andrew Benintendi might be coming to the Toronto Blue Jays. We're going to talk about it. I'm your host, Adam Peddle.
Yeah, and I'm your host, Nicholas Blaylock, and I did not really think that this would be the guy that we would be looking at, the name that would be thrown around, but it is just like Ross and Mark to just completely, you know what, we see the bullpen, we see it's a problem, let's get another bat. That will solve this issue. Let's just keep throwing hitters at it until it works, guys.
Classic Ross. Classic Ross.
Hopefully, maybe, who knows? Maybe Andrew Benintendi is the missing piece that we need. But we're going to break it all down, guys. Before we do, please make sure to like, subscribe, and if you haven't already, Today Jays is the code for Betstamp. It's legit free for y'all to hop on there and would help us out immensely if you signed up using the code Today Jays. Shop for some lines on your bets. It's great.
Super duper.
I think that's kind of what the Blue Jays are doing right now, or what it said is that we are shopping around. We are making some phone calls, and right now we're calling up the Kansas City Royals. Let's pull up the tweet, pull up the freaking news.
Yeah.
The hashtag Blue Jays and the hashtag Royals are potential trade partners ahead of the August 2nd at MLB trade deadline. Toronto is among the teams with interest in Andrew Benintendi, and KC has appealing bullpen arms as well. Oh, I like the end of that.
So
sentence.
that for me is what I'm most interested in. Like, Andrew Benintendi, super cool. That's fine. He basically, for the Toronto Blue Jays, you're looking at a Bradley Zimmer replacement, which is fine. I mean, we're gonna take a look at his numbers and it's gonna be more than fine.
And
sure.
It would 1000% move Tapia down. You know, like
Tapia will be the new Zimmer in terms of playing time.
Tapia doesn't get as much playing time anymore.
Right?
Like Andrew Benintendi would be in there most days. I think
he would be the new Corey Dickerson, batting 6th, batting 5th, probably 6th with Tio at 5 now. So on most days, but it's the arms. So we're definitely, let's take a look in a little bit with who do the Kansas City Royals have in their bullpen, because they got some nice, appealing young guys.
They do, and I do want to get to that. But first, title of this video is Andrew Benintendi, so we gotta break this dude down. Let's look at the numbers, see how our potential boy, is doing so far this season. 305 batting average, as you guys can see right there. A 1.8 WAR, that's not bad. 370 on base. Now, I like that a lot. That's juicy. Slugging. Low on the slugging. And the OPS is, good. The OPS is good, not exceptional.
Because of the slugging,
yes, exactly.
Right? I mean, he only has 3 home runs this year. You know, I always like to be like, oh, but it's Kansas City. Like, they have a really big ballpark, but you could still hit a lot of home runs. Look at Sal Perez last year.
Totally. You know, and you could still hit a bunch of doubles too, right? And that would up your slugging a lot. But
only got 11.
Exactly. You know, 393 slugging. You're just not hitting for a whole lot of power. However, I mean, I don't want to take a whole lot away from him, because obviously the batting average, the on base is elite. We know how important that is. A 305 batting average, if he wanted to come slot in that 6-7 spot.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like that.
Oh, yeah.
That little sandwich there, you know, because let's just say the top 3 go, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, like Springer's gone, Bo's gone, Vlad's gone. Then our next inning, we got Kirk leading off, we got Tio, and then we have this juicy 305 batting average right there for, whichever one of Kirk or Tio get on. It's like, okay, we'll just, put those guys home.
Yeah, and then we got some pop in the bottom half. You know, you're going to have a little mix of, Moreno, Biggio, Chapman, the Lord. That is a juicy bottom half of that lineup.
Also, he's only 27 years old. So Andrew Benintendi is 1,000%. He might not have even reached the prime of his career yet. He had an exceptional year back there in Boston, I think it was, in 2018. Yeah, Boston. And then he kind of there was a little bit of a fall off, and people were like, oh, he's super overrated, we're rating him too hard.
Right,
and then it was now it's almost as if he's kind of underrated, or people don't look at him too, I don't know, great anymore. I think he's a good, solid MLB player. I think if we trade for him, I would not be concerned about, he comes over here and now he starts sucking. I'd be like, no, I think you're going to keep doing what you're doing because you're in the prime of your career and you've done it for quite a while now.
For me, he's just a better Corey Dickerson with a better average. Corey Dickerson, I think, had a bit more pop than Andrew Benintendi, but Andrew Benintendi, hey, look, just come in and drive in runs. That's all you're going to be used for. And you're a left-handed bat, which is what all y'all have been saying. We have not been talking about it much. All y'all and, all of MLB is saying, oh, you're right-handed heavy, So this would solve that a little bit.
Yeah, and I think my thing, and I think what we've been saying a lot on this show is hey, we want good hitters. You know, I don't care if we're all lefties. I don't care if we're all righties. If we all hit for 300 batting average, then we're gonna kick ass. I like this guy because he's a lot better than Tapia is. You know, that's why I like him. I'm gonna push his Tapia down and like him. I like this guy because he's a lot better than not Dickerson, excuse me. Freaking Zimmer.
Oh yeah.
You know? It's like
Zimmer,
that's why I like this guy. Not because he's a left-handed batter. It is a bonus for me that he is a left-handed guy, but I like him because he's just overall better than those dudes.
Yeah, and I do want to take a look at the defense. Because someone in the chat, Max Wilson, saying, where is it here? Davey Boy, excuse me, saying his defense is good. Well, it's about average. It's a little bit less than average.
All right.
Outfield jump, about above average. So it's better. I know Tapia's got a really low. I mean, he did make a good catch last night.
He did.
But he's got a low outs above average.
Yeah.
Zimmer, however, that's the one trade-off.
Positive, yeah.
The one trade-off is the speed. Like, his sprint speed's about average. Zimmer, with the outfield defense and the speed on the base pass, we're going to be missing that late inning, like, substitution.
For sure.
Which has played a role when we're trying to come back in games.
It has helped.
But this guy, I need 4 ABs from him to drive in runs.
Yeah, exactly, right. And you look at that K percentage, 91st percentile. Like, obviously, he is very elite with the strikeouts. Not a lot of them, which is really nice to see. He takes walks. Pretty much everything to do with getting on base and hitting, he is elite at. All the other stuff, you know, average kind of, you know. So I do think, okay, can we both agree, like, like this is an upgrade over Tapia, this upgrade over Zimmer,
yeah,
you know?
I would agree, definitely, especially because Tapia with the defense, like that was the only argument I could make. Yeah, Tapia's got speed for sure, but not crazy speed, and the defense is pretty much the same. So I would say for sure the average. This is what I wanted Tapia to. I wanted Tapia to hit the high 200s.
This is what I wanted Tapia to be.
And Benintendi's doing it this season.
Yeah, this is pretty much. This would have been the ceiling of Tapia for me, and I would have been like, oh my god, I love you. Like you're filling your role exceptionally.
So what does this mean? What are we gonna have to give up for Andrew Benintendi? Well, a few factors to think about. This is his last contract season.
Let's transition. Take a quick look over at that contract to see how much money we'd have to pay him.
Nothing.
Not a whole lot. What is that? 8.5?
8.5. Which is nothing for our. We have millions. We have tens of millions of dollars.
And remind me, because I always forget. How does it work for baseball contracts? We've played half the season right now. Would we retain like $4 million of this?
I think we'd pay like half or something. Yeah, like whatever it is.
If we agreed on. Okay, that's what I thought, but I just wanted to double check.
Yeah,
you know?
like that's basically nothing. And yeah, he's gonna be a rental piece. He's not coming here to stay here in the long term. I mean, if he does, cool. You know, that'd be great. But I mean, I'm cool with just renting him out for one season like a Corey Dickerson. So, yeah, but how much is he going to cost, though?
That's a great question.
How much is he going to cost?
I personally don't think that he's going to cost too much, considering how his contract is, considering this is the last year of his deal. And also, too, you have to imagine for a guy like Andrew Benintendi, who is going to be 27, 28 years old, he's going to be a free agent. That's pretty nice. Usually you see some of these guys, you get them, you trade for them, and then you sign them to a deal immediately. I don't think that's going to happen with Andrew Benintendi, because Andrew Benintendi is going to say to himself, hey, I really want to hit free agency right now. You know, maybe I'm not an all-star, but I'm 28 years old. You can get 8 seasons of good baseball play from me, you know, so it's like, I think he's going to want to shop himself around, so I think that almost detracts from his value a little bit if you're a team potentially looking to trade for him and then sign him immediately, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel like he's going to go to the free agency market, because I think, like, people will be looking for, like, a Corey Dickerson, but a little bit better type bat, and we saw Corey Dickerson get, like, was it a 4-year deal? I'm thinking about Steven Matz, a 1-year deal, but I think he's going to get more. He's going to get, like, a 2 to 4 year.
Well, Corey Dickerson was far older than Andrew Benintendi,
I think
and less good. So.
Yeah, I think Benintendi's like prime for like a 2 to 4 year contract of like the 10 to 15 million mark, and that's gonna be that.
100%. I think if you're any team and you're like, you have a good lineup but not great, you just want to like thicken it out a bit.
Thicken it out with
I'd
a lefty.
Be like, hell, like sign me up for freaking Andrew Benintendi. Like that would be exceptional. Looking at the trade simulator, he does cost a bit.
A little bit.
He does cost a bit. 11.5. If you guys are familiar with this site, 11.5. We are looking at now a decent prospect, probably.
Yeah, like we're looking. Groshans would get it done immediately, but I don't know if I'm going to be trading Jordan Groshans for Andrew Benintendi.
I don't think I want to be trading Jordan Groshans for Andrew Benintendi.
Obviously not.
It's interesting to see that they have Teoscar Hernandez ranked the same as Andrew Benintendi. I don't agree with that. I feel
like the TradeValues.com is on crack this season. Like they're doing a really weird stuff.
I do think they're on crack. Now maybe they're factoring in a lot of this year. You know, because
Right.
Tio's definitely having a down statistical
Right,
year, and
right.
then they're thinking, oh well, if you this like now,
Well,
but
they have the Lord more.
they do have the Lord more.
know.
The Lord is super cheap though, and Lord has been a bit better than Tio, I think. What is Tio doing? He's been like man,
He's
right?
been good. He's getting better
He's
recently.
getting better, eh?
You know what? A little
Just
side quest right here,
Yeah,
real quick. Really interested. Yeah, he's doing about average.
Yeah.
About average.
Okay.
He's been better recently because he started off really bad.
Yeah, for sure.
Anyways, back here.
But looking at the trade simulator, what would we be willing to give up for Andrew Benintendi, guys? This is 1,000% a rental, and I'm gonna be completely honest. I don't think it's a rental that we necessarily need here.
Yeah, if we're according to trade values, like if it's actually gonna cost us someone like Jordan Groshans or Tiedemann, like no, I'm not gonna do that.
No.
Realistically, like I'm cool with giving up some of our less prospects. Like let's go to our prospects here.
Yeah, like if we need to give up our like what about Kloffenstein? You give up Kloffenstein for Benintendi? Like I think he's ranked like 12th or something in our system.
Yeah.
Like somewhere around there. Like probably like that's what we're looking at. 11th is Kloffenstein.
Yeah, 11th Kloffenstein.
I don't want to give up Beltray, but like Irv Carter, number 10, like something like that maybe.
Where is Kloffenstein?
He's not worth a whole lot,
God.
guys. Yeah, he's not worth a whole lot.
Oh no, one.
Yeah,
yeah.
But that's why I think that these guys are on crack a little bit.
That's why I agree.
Is there any major league players that we could give them?
No. So actually, this is something that came out with Ross Atkins. Is he said he's not willing to trade anybody on the actual roster.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean that does make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot. Well,
we're trying to win right now.
Kikuchi. I mean,
well,
I'm sure there's a few asterisks next to that statement there that he'd be
if
okay.
you want to get Kikuchi, sure.
Can you imagine if legit like in the fucking press conference he just comes out and just like adds that in, There's like 2 guys I'm willing to trade right now. It's like Kikuchi because he's ass and like, bro, like that would explode the internet. I would respect Ross Atkins so much for doing that.
Oh my god, but no, like we could.
Realistically, there's no one of value. I think is what he means. There's no one of value that he is willing to give up for another player because it doesn't make sense, right?
Yeah.
It's like all of our guys of value, we want to retain them so we can win championships.
Like, for me, it's like if they want to get like a position player as a return, like you can take Miguel Geraldo.
Yeah.
You can take this guy Machado.
Esteban Machado. That's a cool name, actually.
But you like this guy's like honestly like here's off limits. You can get CJ Van Eyck. I've never heard of this man, but sure. No, it's getting a little too high.
Getting a little bit too high.
Getting a little bit too high.
For a 1-year rental, who is like, let's face it, like he's good, but he's not all-star good.
Right, exactly.
Like I could, give up, Otto Lopez or I guess Ricky Tiedemann if we're talking about like, an MVP caliber player here for
100%.
one season. It's like he comes in, he immediately changes the game.
Changes the whole
It's like,
lineup.
okay, like this is special, but just for a guy who is like again doing very well, I don't want to take anything away from him. But, not incredibly better than anyone. And, like, I don't think he's going to break the top 5 of our lineup for sure.
No.
I don't really need to be giving up a whole lot to acquire this dude. If we want to just have him, just to get him, great. But we need to go paying a bunch to do this.
Now, however, we might need to increase our pay if we want to add in some relief pitchers. And I see the comment right here, Ari Pie saying we need pitching, and that's exactly it,
That is
right?
what we need.
And
that
we
is
are
what we need.
We are interested in the KC bullpen. Let's take a look over at the KC pitchers right now.
Let's do that, dude. Let's freaking do that.
So obviously the big name is Scott Barlow. That's the big guy, right? With a whip of 104, the ERA of 2.14. Oh, wow. That guy's juicy.
I forgot he was doing this
right?
baseball.
Right?
Wow, and the bone and batting average is good too.
What was it? I'm
207.
Oh.
Yeah. We're out here in the fucking Great Famine. Where Mesa's like got opponent batting average of 300. And like freaking Romano is like 1.5 whip now. And like,
oh my god.
I can't handle it anymore, guys. I cannot handle it, dude.
This guy, 29-year-old, who's got 3 years left, including this season. So 2 more seasons after this, folks. This would be a juicy trade. Now, he's got to be worth something. He's got to be worth something. So let's go back.
Yes. Yes, everyone. Scott freaking Barlow. Now, this is what I like. Oh, he's right there. He's right at the top, actually. Now, this is... Okay, they're fucked. They're so totally
big. Top 2 guys?
They're so totally high right now.
Wait, no.
No, it's not ranked by that. But it's like the fact that Andrew Benintendi is apparently worth more than Scott Barlow.
No, incorrect.
I disagree with that. That's just not right. It's like there's literally 2 more seasons of control for cheapie of Scott Barlow. Whereas Andrew Benintendi is gone after this season. You know, like that just does not make any sense to me whatsoever at all.
Scott Barlow is like he's been doing it, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay,
like,
let's
take a look at the career. Oh, like he had 2020, 2019. He's still learning and stuff.
So he's been doing it for the last 2 seasons. He's been doing it for the last 2 seasons, and yeah, the whip is pretty good. The opponent's batting average, all of these numbers are trending in the right direction.
Yes,
I like what I'm seeing right there. He's 29 years old, so we don't need to worry about age if we were to trade for him.
I want Scott Barlow.
This is a good player.
Yeah, it's the control too for me. It's not just a one-piece rental. It's control, and we have already seen Kansas City trade Carlos Santana, so we know that they're ready to sell. That was a big question mark because last year they weren't. This is the season. I want to get some Scott Barlow.
I do think so. You think that they'd be willing to give up a guy with this many years of control?
If the price is right. Like, I feel like we have to be giving up someone up here.
I agree, dude. Yeah, it's like, again, I think the trade value simulator right there is on way too many drugs. This guy should be worth way more than freaking Andrew Benintendi, especially with the 3 years of control that you get with him. What would you be willing to give up for Scott Barlow? Actually, I know that it lags the stream a little bit, but can we just take a quick look while we're thinking about that at the baseball savant, just to make sure that all the expected numbers are where they need to be with this guy, and like we like it, you know?
Yeah, I want to see it.
Yeah, I just want to see like a lot of red here. I want to see a lot of red. Show me a lot of red, baby. Give me red. Give me red. Give me red.
Red. Okay, yeah.
Look at that. Look at that red, everybody. Look at that red. That's what we like.
Hard hit 93, exit below 90.
Expected batting average
rate of 98.
I like the expected batting average. That's really good. Yes, the barrel is a little bit high, but it's not resulting in expected batting average. You know, it's like it's not translating.
And hey, I know a lot of people out here are saying we want high velo. 93 isn't super high coming out of the bullpen, but it doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter.
Again, you know, it's like I think it's the same thing where it's like people say, okay, well, we need this, like we need a left-handed batter. I don't care, you know, like,
as long as the results are there.
I actually do not give, like, if you want to like literally throw 50, I don't care as long as you get the results. Yeah. You know, it's like that's what it boils down to for me. Like you can literally like pitch underhand from your your bum. From your butt.
We were saying this yesterday.
Yeah, we were saying this yesterday.
Balls at your ass.
If you can straight up do that and pitch for like a below 2 ERA, I'm cool, man.
Yeah. I mean, it is kind of concerning that last year he was bottom 1% in the league in max exit velo. Yeah. That's like the one kind of thing that is.
That is really interesting because it didn't translate to runs. It didn't translate to, so maybe he induces a lot of ground balls, you know, a lot of hard hit ground balls. That's I'm just, you know, I'm trying to play devil's advocate right here, you know, and speak to why we should
throws the curveball slider away, fastball up and in. That's pretty standard.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I mean, sure, I will definitely take him. What's it gonna cost? What are you willing to give up for? Wait. Well, how about this? Let's answer this question with our prospects. Let's take a look at everyone first. Make a sort of a package deal, fantasy deal. Yeah. And then we'll
all right. So Scott Barlow ranks pretty high for me, obviously. Like this is somebody who I'm very interested in.
This guy,
Josh Stomach, man.
No, not Stomach.
Like, I don't really like that. That's what we already fucking have.
This guy's only played 4 games.
Yeah, we can't be trading for dude who's only played 4 games.
Let's get the games going.
Yeah, let's get the games, the innings. Is there any starting pitching that we like from these dudes? You know what, Dylan Coleman. That's not bad.
Let's take a look at Dylan Coleman.
That's not bad.
Folks.
Like that's kind of already what we have, but it's like, you know, like
if
that's
he's
not,
cheap, sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's not bad. Dylan Coleman could be a guy right here. He is
25
years of age.
Wow.
Okay, so a young guy. So he probably has a lot of years left, which probably means that he's not cheap.
No.
You know, because it's like so far, if he's doing this at this age, you got to think, okay, like upside looks pretty good here.
Wait, Scott Coleman. Dylan Coleman.
Guys, comment in the chat right here if you have anyone that you want us to look at or anything like that. I'm sorry, we haven't been looking too much at it, but like, hello everyone. Scott, Keegan, Aurora, Rudy, G-Master Rulez, literally everybody, Baseball Clips. Hello everybody for stopping in. Thanks so much. We will definitely be like taking some Q&As and like looking at shit for sure. We're just kind of going through everything right now.
Yeah, we're going through the big news right now. Big news.
Please hit the like, subscribe button if you haven't already. Okay.
There's no way we're getting this guy.
No, there's no way. There's no way.
There's too much control over this guy.
No. It's one of those things where it's like, because right now,
why would they do that?
Yeah, if I was KC, I'm just like, well, his value is not high enough, you know. Like this could be Josh
could
Hader
be.
for all I know, you know. So it's like I don't want to trade that away. So
4th rounder too, like
no. There's no way that we'd be able to get that guy without paying out the wazoo for it. So yeah, Dylan Coleman's gonna be off limits. I think. I don't want Taylor Clark. I don't want any of these guys except
Joel Pamps.
His
whip's kind of high.
Why do I know that name?
Yeah.
Why do I know that name? Did we have this guy?
Joel Pamps.
Did we have this guy?
Did we have Joel Pamps?
Why do I? This name seems so familiar. This guy?
Did we have Joel Pamps?
Why do I? This name seems so familiar to me.
We did.
We did.
We did have Joel Pamps.
We did have him. Yeah. Wow. Okay, but he was good with us.
Yeah. What the heck?
He was good with us. Why did we?
Rid of him?
Why did we?
Did we trade him?
We must have. We had to have traded him. I completely forgot about this. We couldn't have released him because he had a 2.7 ERA.
But then who did we trade with Kansas City?
Who did we fucking trade?
Okay, wait, no. Let me see.
What happened here, dude?
Joel Pamps.
What happened to Joel Pamps?
Joel Pamps.
Why do I not remember this?
I'm gonna look at his transactions right now.
How did this happen?
Why did we get
I feel like there's like a buried memory right here.
Yeah.
Why did fucking
Hold on.
Traded to KC
for cash considerations.
Why did we do that?
Why did we do that?
Bro, literally, fucking Ross and Mark are out here just like sabotaging the bullpen. It's like anyone of any value. They're like, no. Like,
no.
Look at this nice juicy player. You can't have him.
Why did we do that?
Why did we do that? Why did we do
that?
that?
Well, we're not going to trade for him back because that would
can't.
just be embarrassing.
That'd be literally, but it's embarrassing now that we did that. Like,
and he's actually doing better.
And he's doing good. And he was doing good with us last year.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Why did we do that? Yo, I'm actually cheesed.
Scott said he had no vaccine, so Jay said bye-bye.
Joel.
Joel! You could have had everything, buddy.
For God's sakes, man.
You could have had it all.
That pisses me off. All right, Gabe. Can we get Gabe?
Gabe?
Yeah.
Spear?
Yeah, that's who I want.
Gabe?
I don't care anymore, man.
God.
I see a 2 ERA and I'm like, him.
Oh.
Dumb.
Yo, okay, well, very, very small sample size. Very small career right now, but...
But, you know, I mean, he's figuring it out.
He's figuring it out.
Look, guy, like, we gotta throw some darts here, you know, so I'm okay with this one.
Okay, sure.
27, you know, it's like a good whip right now. He's having a good whip. He's doing well.
What does he throw? Let's see.
Yeah, let's take a look at Gabe Spear.
Something. You. Left-handed, too. He's got some options.
Okay, and look at all that red.
That's Scott Barlow.
Okay, red.
Red.
Let's go red.
Come on, red.
Come on, red.
Oh, boo.
Okay, well,
we don't have enough information on him.
Not enough information there, so this is really a dart throw if you want to go after...
He's throwing 94.
He throws 94. He's got a slider. He's got a changeup, and he's been good so far.
Okay.
So this is a guy who I would trade a little bit for.
A little bit, sure. Why not?
And I would trade, you know what, this is a dude where I say, okay, Pete, you watch the tape. Is this a guy that you think has stuff to work with? Yeah. And if Pete goes, after watching the tape, absolutely, then I'm like, all right, we can buy him. Yeah. If Pete doesn't like it, then okay, we move on. Because, I mean, like, let's face it, we don't really know a whole lot from the numbers here. But
yeah, I would trade him, our 15th ranked prospect for you.
For Gabe Spear.
And he's got to have a lot of control, right?
He probably has a fuckload of control.
Let's see.
Why do they have all these guys with control?
So much.
I'm not gonna trade this guy either, bro.
Who is there? Like, it's got to be Barlow this year,
It has to be Barlow.
It's just Barlow.
We have to acquire Scott Barlow because everyone else is ass.
Yeah, now we're getting into the starting pitching.
I don't want any of you guys.
Yeah, no, these guys.
I don't want any of these guys at
all.
How
about Jose Cos?
Okay.
Okay, this is like the last guy.
Yeah, who is this dude? Can we get you? Can we get you? Quays? Oh, he's so young.
28 though.
Oh, okay, so he's
barely played, but they're not gonna trade him either.
No, they're not gonna trade him either. And like, do I really want to trade for like a 12-inning guy?
12 innings.
I don't know anything about. Like,
okay,
no. So it has to be Scott Barlow.
It's just Scott Barlow.
We have to acquire Scott Barlow
or Dylan Coleman. That's like the only guys.
But no, but I think Dylan Coleman has he's got way too many years. He's got
too many years.
Yeah, he had the 5 years on him, so we can't even get him. It's literally just Scott Barlow.
Scott Barlow.
It's Scott Barlow. We're fucking bust here, guys.
All right. Well, what are we willing to do now? If we're gonna trade for Benintendi and Scott Barlow.
Oh, we're getting both of them, eh?
We're getting both. Well, what would you want? Just Barlow?
I don't
I don't really care about. I don't really exactly.
Like
I'm
I'm happy about it, but like at the end of the day, I just want Scott Barlow.
That's all I want, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so just Scott Barlow. Who are you willing to trade? Obviously, probably none of these dudes.
No, I cannot give up Gabriel Moreno. I cannot give up Relvis Martinez, and I cannot give up Jordan Groshans.
Oh, Tiedeman's like blowing up right now.
I just like.
Let's look at Tiedeman. Actually, I'm really curious to see how he's doing. I know, like, non-stop. How do you spell Tiedemann?
Scott McCulkin says Greinke wouldn't be horrible. And maybe we can look at Zach Greinke in a little bit. Because, he's got a 4.38 ERA. That's not the worst. I mean, you got to think, right? It's like, I look at 4.38 ERA. I don't love it. But I'm also like, that's still better than Kikuchi.
That's true.
That's still better than Kikuchi,
and
right?
how much value does he have now that we're on this?
He can't have a whole lot, right? You got to think that Greinke's got a...
Negative 2.6.
Right?
So maybe we could just trade for him. But I don't know. Like,
what is the kind of the money?
But here's the thing. If you this is just fantasy right now. We're playing.
Yeah, we're playing fantasy, yeah.
Greinke debuted with the Kansas City Royals. He's ending his career with the Kansas City Royals.
Right.
Like, that's why he came over.
Right.
It's like, he's a veteran. Like, he's going to talk to the manager and be like, look, I don't want to be traded. I just want to stay here.
I hear what you're saying.
Retire.
But, like, okay, I get that. I get that. But, I mean, if you're, okay, let's put it this way, though. Do you want to stay here and retire on a team that nobody gives a flying shit about, or have one last shot to win a ring, and walk away with a ring,
This is why we got to have Greinke on the show.
Yeah, exactly.
I need to know. What are you thinking?
You're right.
You want to go in?
There is a possibility there, but you got to think if he's playing one more season of baseball or whatever, it's like one last kick at the can. Maybe I can win a ring, and if not, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Okay.
I don't know. It's
possible. It's possible. All right. Well,
so Greinke. We can get Greinke too.
So Greinke and Barlow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun. At least give him veteran leadership too.
I mean, I'll be honest. I would probably give up Tiedemann for that.
Tiedemann for Greinke and Barlow.
Well, it's just I don't.
And we'll have Barlow
to.
for a while.
That is the thing. Like the piece there is Scott Barlow, right? It's like I don't want to give up a top dude and Tiedemann, but it's just like we need bullpen. We need to have them. Scott Barlow looks legit. Yeah. I want him.
I hear you. Let me just get this queued up right now
and see if it works.
Trade values looks like it's gonna work. It's gonna easily work.
It would work. Tiedemann for Scott Barlow and Greinke. Do you guys say yes?
If we could trade even like this guy, I don't think it would get it done. No, Barlow's too elite. Like I think we would have to trade Ricky Tiedemann.
Barlow's too good, dude. Barlow's a little bit too good because you gotta know that Scott Barlow is one of those guys that like other teams. Cause
they're gonna want them.
There's other teams out there who would want him as the closer. Not just a little bullpen guy. And frankly, I mean,
he could close for us.
He could close for us, right? It's like we have a lot of, I think, like faith and a lot of respect on Romano, and I love Romano. But at the end of the day, like, just on a strictly statistical basis, like Barlow has been superior to Romano, even though Romano has more saves so far. So
I mean, I think if I saw the headline, I'd be like, I was like building up a little bit of hype for Tiedemann, but. Now we got Barlow. Now I'm like, all right, we're team. It's the same thing with Austin Martin, and we got Jose Barrios. It's like, okay, let's go, Jose Barrios. And now we're.
and I'll be honest, I am a
little bit upset now, but
about that. But it is what it is. I don't think Austin Martin's doing great where he is right now either.
No, exactly. So we're all good.
That is how it goes, right? So we're all good.
The baseball clips, saying Greinke won't leave. I understand. Patrick saying not bad. Matthew saying no. Greinke is not good. It's his baseball clips. Well, he's better. He's better than Kikuchi, and he's better than Barrios.
I mean, at the end of the day, like we could take Greinke off, and I'd still be fine with that.
Yeah,
like
100%.
I don't really give a crap about Zach Greinke.
Yeah,
it's just like where we want to look at the starting pitcher thing. I do not want to pitch Kikuchi anymore. He's pitching tonight, guys. Like, does anyone think that we're gonna win today?
Dude,
like,
I saw a tweet that was like hoping Kikuchi gets 5 innings, and then like I was like, oh, I gotta see the replies, and the replies were like, yo, I'd be happy with 5 earned runs.
Literally, bro.
Like,
does anyone actually think that we're gonna win tonight's game?
Hey, look at that. Aurora saying, how do you guys feel about tonight's game? And not good. I think we're gonna lose. Like, I'd say 2 out of 10 times we win, and that's kind of being generous. 1 in 5 times we win. Probably actually.
I don't know him anymore. I have no idea, dude. I have no idea. Anyways, that's the Kansas City Royals. I want to take a quick look at something that Ross Atkins came out and said. And I think this should put to bed a lot of the comments that we get on these videos, a lot of the comments on the trade videos and everything like that. So Mitch Bannon has come out and tweeted, #BlueJays GM Ross Atkins on how often other teams ask on MLB catchers Moreno, Jansen, Kirk in a trade. So how often are people calling you up and asking, hey, can we get Gabriel Moreno? Can we get Alejandro Kirk? And basically what Ross Atkins has come out and said is, not as much as you'd think, because of our responses. We value all three of them probably more than you do. So whenever anyone comes up and asks about that, he shuts them down because he knows it's like, okay, well, you know, he probably doesn't shut them down. He sa's, we're willing to trade them for your, best player, right? It's like, if you want to offer up Mike Trout, okay, maybe we can get it done, but like, no.
Mike Trout for Kirk?
I
have to now.
I'd have to do that. I would be upset, but I would, yeah.
Well, yeah, I'd be fine. But no, that's good. I'm actually glad that he's like kind of, building the fort. He's like defending the boys.
Yeah.
Because according to TradeValues.com, they're worth a lot, and I want them to be worth that much too. Like, oh my God, you trade Moreno, I want to be able to get someone like a J Ram.
Yes.
Ketel Marte. Like people like that are so elite.
I agree, and I think that he'd be a fucking idiot if he was just like willy nilly like shopping these guys around. You know? I think that especially coming out and saying this too, around the league, people have got to recognize that we do have a catching problem right now in the sense that we have too many.
A good problem, yeah.
A good problem, but I think he's basically coming out and letting everybody know it's not burning a hole in my pocket to sell these guys because people can look at that and be like, all right, I'm a vulture.
I'm gonna help you.
Yeah,
and
it's like, I can
off
take
you.
one of your guys, off of these guys and like get a little bit of a steal. He's saying no. If we have to live with all three of them, I'm cool with that.
Hey, I'm cool with it too.
Not trading them for anything less than what they are worth.
Yeah, I'm cool with it too. Like obviously in a perfect world, like Moreno, Jansen, Kirk will all be starters on their own teams. But hey, if they all want to catch for the Toronto Blue Jays, that's all good with me.
Blue Jays, I'm all good with it. Shout out to Jordan Ann for that
go.
$5 donation. Love it, boys. Lourdes plus Groshans for Louis Castillo. Lourdes and Groshans for Louis Castillo.
Want to take a look at that?
Yeah, screw it. Let's take a look at that, Jordan Ann. Let's do it. Also, guys, if you have any rumors that you want us to dive into, I saw something about the Milwaukee Brewers potentially looking at Joey Gallo. We can talk about that in a little bit as well. This is, we're talking definitely a lot of Jays here, but I want to get into all MLB stuff trade-wise because we are approaching that very coveted trade deadline. It's coming up soon.
All right, Gurriel, Groshans. Oops, I got Tiedemann up there. I'll get rid of him. Groshans.
I wonder if it gets it done.
I think it might.
It's going to be close, right? It's going to be pretty close.
For Castillo.
It's about...
Ooh, it's close. Oh, wait. I still have Tiedemann up there.
Oh, okay. You take Tiedemann off, and we're probably not getting it done just by a little bit. It says this.
Yeah.
It'd be pretty close. Shout out to whoever just subscribed. We can't actually see you right now, but like you'll pop up in a second. So shout out to you guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
You wouldn't trade away?
Probably not. I don't know. Would you?
You know what? I think that I'm a little bit tainted right now with the whole Burrios thing. And it's just like, I know that we probably don't get Castillo on a long-term deal because we have Burrios on that.
So it's literally this year and next year.
And so it'd be like a 1 to 2 year thing. I guess I see that, it's just like, if you think about it that way, it's like it's a 2 year thing. You're kind of like, we have the Lord for about 2 more years. I don't know.
It feels like we're just forcing things. We're throwing things that shit at the wall.
Like I'd prefer to have a player cost less than Castillo does.
Yeah, and we talked about that in our last trade video with starting pitchers. It's like we are more interested in the guys that aren't going to cost an arm and a leg, like Frankie Montas.
Yeah,
you know.
But I will say, if you want to pull up, I've got that rumor going up too, guys.
Yeah.
Apparently, we're on the phone about this guy. So that's Milwaukee Brewers one.
That's one.
That one right there. So these guys are coming out and tweeting. Now, they do not have the blue check mark, so this is all speculation, but they do have a lot of followers, and, it's 2022, and followers means notoriety, which also means, you're reputable now.
Yeah.
So we're just going to take their fucking word for it. They say the Blue Jays have entered the mix of teams that are looking for a frontline starter this trade deadline, specifically right-handed pitcher Frankie Montas, per sources. Whenever people say per sources, that means it's legit.
Yeah.
LA Dodgers is the current favorite to land Montas as the deadline, but Toronto could make a push. What are your thoughts on that, dude?
I don't think we're gonna get him because Montas, if anything, is gonna be worth more than frickin' Luis Castillo.
Yeah, probably.
Same contract, same length. They'll have this year, the next year.
He's just doing slightly better than Luis is this year. So.
Just slightly better. Again, it's gonna cost an arm and a leg. We're not, and I'll say it again, we're not gonna be trading. We're talking about this Lourdes Gurriel Jr. thing. We know for sure in reality that's not gonna happen because Ross Atkins come out and said it's not gonna happen. They're not trading anyone on the starting roster, so it's gonna be some prospects. So it's gonna have to be Jordan Groshans and Tiedemann. That's what's going to have to be, guys.
Yes, that would probably be around the same. Because you think about if Frankie Montas is anywhere close to what Jose Barrios was worth, then you're looking at 2 top 4 prospects, right? That's kind of what you're looking at there. And so it would definitely be a crap load. Are you willing to do that?
Yeah, I was just going to ask you the same thing. If the headline comes out and it says, Blue Jays acquire Frankie Montas for Ricky Tiedemann and Jordan Groshans. What are your feelings? My feelings, I feel kind of similar to the Brios. I'm ooh, that kind of hit. That's a lot to give up. But I'm all right, well, we got to go now. Now my mentality is let's go. We have to win now, which is kind of scary.
I think the biggest problem for me is that it's still, I see our crippling Achilles heel, and it's still not being addressed.
Which
and
is
it's
the
bullpen. And I'm just I want to go all in, and I want to be okay, let's go all in, let's do it, fuck the future. But we don't have
it's the starting pitching.
That's the thing. We don't have the foundation here of the bullpen. I feel like Mark and Ross, it's they just want to get another fucking cherry onto the sundae, but it's we have all these fucking cherries. We like our cherries right now, but we don't have the base. We need some more fucking vanilla ice cream on this goddamn sundae if we want to make this thing work, Because
look, you acquire Frankie Montas, okay, so cool. You might get, compared to Kikuchi, you'd bump Kikuchi out. Well, yeah, you'd bump Kikuchi out at this point. Kikuchi goes 2-3 innings in most days. Frankie Montas goes 6-7. Okay, well, you're gaining about 3 to 4 innings of work right there.
Okay, yeah, that's positive.
So you're saving the bullpen 3 or 4 innings of work every 5 rotations. But what doesn't change, it's okay, so maybe we have to pitch a couple of bad guys here and there. But the whole good bullpen is still not that good.
No, it's not.
So I feel we need to top on with the bullpen, and that's why, we were talking about before, it's Scott Barlow for me. We need that man.
We need Scott Barlow. We need David Bednar. We need, David Robertson. We need, those are the guys that I know
want to spend.
It's not sexy. It's not as sexy as a Frankie Montas, but it's I just feel as if you will start to see the difference as
100%.
Time goes on. We got Matt Needham in here right now, kind of shooting shots at the Jays, and okay, fine. But part of the reason that the Yankees are doing so good is the fact that when they get a lead, they just hold it. They just hold it. I don't know how many holds the New York Yankees have racked up, but it's got to be a stupid amount of holds collectively on their squad because they have all of these guys that they acquired in the offseason who are just finding their rhythm, finding their groove. Shout out to the coaching. Clearly, the New York Yankees coaching staff, the bullpen coach, is obviously elite. We need to take a page out of his book because whenever they get a lead, they hold it. Whenever we get a lead,
we lose it.
We lose it. If we get a lead in the 5th, I'm
I don't feel confident.
I don't feel confident
we need more runs.
Unless it's literally a 6 or 7 run lead, and I'm okay, we can probably chill here.
Yeah, we'll give up 2 or 3, and then I'm okay, we're good.
Yeah. But you see these other teams take a lead and then just hold it, and I'm how do you do that? Yeah. How do you keep doing that consistently? It feels like I'm just so used to the bullpen blow-ups at this point, and that shouldn't be something that I'm accustomed to.
No, we're turning into the Philadelphia Phillies, folks, and I do not want to be the Philadelphia Phillies.
I don't want to be the Philadelphia.
They have a great offense. Yeah. They have great rotation. But the bullpen is so ass, and it's still ass.
Yeah,
and it's costing them. And then they lost Bryce Harper, so now I'm pretty much all right, Phillies, you're toast now.
Yeah.
We need bullpen. If we're going to spend, and I'm going to say this, if we're going to spend, we gotta spend big on bullpen pieces. Get me David Bednar. Get me Barlow. Like, I don't want to be spending big. We already spent big on a starting pitcher. Mm-hmm. The starting pitching shouldn't be a problem, but it is, unfortunately, with Barrios and Kikuchi. We can fix that in the offseason. Get it in the offseason. Spend your money in the offseason. Right now, we need bullpen, and we need to trade for guys because there aren't too many good ones out there, and when you see them, you got to get them and spend up for it.
I agree, dude. I agree. So that's our take on the Toronto Blue Jays. Let's do a little bit of, like, MLB around the news stuff. So one of the things that I did see rumor-wise, MLB, is that my second team, the Milwaukee Brewers, have internally discussed the idea of adding Joey Gallo at the trade deadline. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it.
Well, I mean, Joey Gallo on the Milwaukee Brewers would still be good, you'd think.
I mean,
right?
I forget, how is Joey Gallo doing this season? Like,
it's been rough.
It's basically turned into a bench bat for the New York Yankees.
Yeah, because their lineup is just incredible.
Their lineup is incredible, and this is also really bad. Mm-hmm. This is really, really bad.
I mean, if you're going to, like, here's the thing. Milwaukee Brewers have an eye for guys who are on the bench, who deserve playing time. Granted, do you think this guy deserves playing time? Probably not. But he's not getting playing time on regular ABs, so he can't really see what he's doing if he's not getting regular ABs.
Joey Gallo was a player, in my opinion, who had something really good working for him, and he's just got exploited. You know, it's almost like the book has come out on him. He's still young enough to be able to adjust and have a good MLB career.
Yeah.
But he does need to make that adjustment because very clearly pitchers have figured out what works for this guy.
Oh, God.
And, like, you cannot strike out that many times. You know? Like, I love that you're walking. I love that you barrel the baseball.
You cannot
strike out that many times, dude.
No. Look at that. Whiff. Top one. K. Top one. Outs above average, too. Shout out Ari Pie.
Hey, Ari Pie with the dono, $6.99 donation. Love it, dude. He says, love the channel. Keep grinding. We'll keep watching and supporting you guys. Thank you, man. We so appreciate that. He says, couple questions. Who is your ideal pitching target? Check the Jays Twitter. Okay, so let's check the Jays Twitter first, really quick, just to see what the Blue Jays are talking about. I do like that. We got to figure out the Jays. Thank you very much, Ari.
Oh, yeah. It never comes up.
Why doesn't it do that?
I don't know.
It should.
It's the Blue Jays. All right.
First tweet is like, Blue Jays acquire.
Oh, my God. So, Bo Bichette is a finalist in the All-Star vote.
All right, good for you, Bo. Santiago Espinal is a finalist. Wow, all these fine. We're going to have a ton of...
Oh, my God.
Guerrero. Kirk. Love you, Kirk. I love you, Kirk.
I think it might have been that.
Yeah, cool. Wow, we do have a lot of finalists. Okay, I'm going to be honest, guys.
We don't deserve it.
No.
Bo doesn't deserve it.
Santiago, like, you can be a finalist because your defense and everything like that, but I don't think that you should be the guy.
Yeah, like, I just saw, like, Jimenez, like, walk off, you know, the Twins. Like, he's good. He's good, man.
Yeah.
Like, I think Guerrero should be a finalist.
You can be a finalist,
sure.
absolutely.
You deserve to start.
You 1,000%. Yeah, like, absolutely. That is the case. You do deserve that.
Kind of ridiculous.
Kind of ridiculous there.
Well, but thank you for the donation.
So I'll be honest, guys. Like, I love the fact that we have all these All-Stars, but I do agree with the Yankees sentiment of, you know, it's fan voting and everything like that, and I get it. But, like, go cry about it because Canada only has one baseball team. And if you don't want that, go put a team in Vancouver. You know? Like, that's how you stop that from happening.
Yeah, and also how you stop it from happening is change the system. I am tired. Actually, I love fan voting. It's super cool and fun and fans get to interact. But, like, come on.
But let's make it for something stupid.
Make it for something stupid, not like deciding the best players.
Yeah, like the you know, who's got the best hairstyle in the MLB, and we can all fucking vote on it.
Yeah.
Something like, I don't know, like something dumb like that, like fun awards that don't mean anything for your career accolades.
Literally.
It is dumb.
So
it is so dumb. Anyways, I do want to answer Ari's question before we pivot back to
who's your ideal pitching target?
That is a good question.
Yeah.
That is a good question, because I don't know if I have
an ideal pitching target.
Yeah, like
bullpen.
We do think it's gonna be
has to be a bullpen.
Probably a bullpen guy.
For me, it'd be David Bednar.
I do really like me some David Bednar. I do really like that. Yeah.
Actually, let's just check on him one more time here.
He's still because I know so many people are just like he's one of those guys too where it's like do they trade him? They got so many years still.
I
It's
know
like,
that is
like
the
I
thing.
get that they're bad, but it's like this guy's
Can
really
we
good.
coach? Yeah, exactly.
You know?
I don't think he's being traded. If I were to bet money on him being traded, I'd say he won't. But this is who I want, and he throws 97.
Yeah, 97.
Like he's my. He gets hit hard.
He does get hit hard,
but
a lot
because
of
he throws
strikeouts.
97 though.
Look at the whip too.
Oh,
The whip is under 1.
like this is who I want,
I
but we're not
want
gonna get
that.
him.
No,
We're not gonna get him.
And you know what? The problem is to get this guy. Ross and Mark have to prioritize bullpen.
Yeah.
And I just feel like they fucking don't, dude. I just feel like they don't.
Like, we've been talking about it. Even Sportsnet, every time I tune in, they're like, okay, the bullpen fucked up last night again. Like, hey, like, Ben Nicholson-Smith, who are we going to go get out there? And he gives all these options that we give as well. And then we go, okay, cool. And then nothing happens. We're not doing anything.
No, I agree, dude. It literally, like, to make an analogy to bring it over to my other favorite football team. Like, this reminds me of my Green Bay Packers with wide receivers. Yeah. It's like, it's like, we need them, you know?
Yeah.
We have to get them. But it's like, they just, like, refuse to do anything about it, you know? And it's like, yes, it's so, like, everyone in the sport talks about it, right? And the same thing goes for the Jays with the fucking bullpen. It's like, we need to have them, guys.
Yes.
This will eventually bite us in our ass.
It already has. It already has. Look at the last 2 days. I mean, we did walk one off, but we had to almost walk it off again. And shout out Ari Pie.
Ari with another dono coming in. Literally MVP right here. Usually when we go live to games, we have a scoreboard. It's right over there, actually. But we put your name on it, man. But what games you guys going to next week? Next was the Yankees comeback day. Atmosphere was insane.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to next was at the Yankees comeback?
Well, what game are we going to next?
Oh, what game are we going to next?
He was at the Yankees comeback.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to? I don't know, actually.
I gotta look at my schedule, man.
We could be going Saturday, but that's like a last-minute decision.
That'd be a last-minute thing, yeah. Like, whatever we do go, we'll post it on our community page and, like, let all y'all guys know.
Yeah.
I do think probably to finish answering your question, though, is David Bednar. Realistically, I mean, Scott Barlow, I do really like Scott Barlow.
Yeah, but if you had to pick of the two.
Yeah, I'd rather have David Bednar. Like, he's just doing a bit better, and, like, I think we have more years of him, and, like, a bit younger, too, so, yeah, for sure. I want him.
David Bednar, baby.
I do want him.
Anyways, do you want to finish talking about the Joey Gallo?
Don't trade for him, you guys.
Don't do it.
It's a horrible thing. It's just a horrible thing. You know, like, let New York just, like, suffer in agony for the fact that they had to go out and acquire this guy.
Yeah.
You know, I was thinking to myself earlier, I was like, could New York maybe go out and get Andrew Benintendi? That could make sense. Because just, like, move, like, just forget about Joey Gallo.
Apparently, Eobard, before this whole stream began, was saying, like, what? You guys aren't getting Benintendi, Yankees are. Which, I guess, I mean, look, another lefty, you know? Like, he only has 3 home runs, but, like, you put anybody in New York, in Yankee Stadium, they're going to start hitting home runs.
They're gonna hit a lot of home runs, you know?
All you have to do is pop it up, and it's gone.
And he would be a lot better than Joey Gallo, for sure.
Oh, 100%.
You know?
He actually, like, Joey Gallo, like, when he was first traded to New York, I was like, oh, this is the ideal guy to pitch or to play at Yankee Stadium. He can't even hit the ball.
He's just bad at baseball.
He can't hit the ball.
When you only hit the ball 16% of the time, it's like it's hard to get a lot of home runs.
Yeah,
you know?
Literally.
Like that is the big problem, dude. That sucks. Big problem.
All right. What else, folks? Those are kind of all like the trade rumors right now.
We'll do like one final check on MLB, see if anything else is going on. The Twitter verse.
Dodgers claim Pirates. I did see a while ago people were just making minor moves, raise, blah blah blah.
Already saying you guys should do vlogs, dude. I'd love to do that. Honestly, we'd do so much more crap if we could do this full time. Like my days are full. You know, my days are full. So please hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We want to make this our full-time gig. The amount of content that we would make and the amount of ridiculousness that it would get to would be absolutely stupid. So please
subscribe.
Yeah, just subscribe and you'll get so much more crap from us in the future. I promise you. Let's just take a quick look at them. Did you hear Mets are like favorited for the Louis Castillo thing?
No, I did not. Also, shout out, thank you, Ari Pie, for the dono again.
Oh, dude, Ari with the fucking MVP right now, man.
Saying, are you guys streaming the game? And no, we are not streaming the game tonight.
Tonight we are not doing that.
It'll be a bad stream.
Yeah, probably gonna be a bad stream. For sure gonna be Sunday though. That's definitely the next one, and like. I don't know what the weekend holds, but yeah, definitely Sunday, absolutely.
Okay, nothing right now is happening, folks. MLB trade. It's still early, but we're establishing these streams because we know in like 4 weeks it's gonna be hot.
Yeah,
it's gonna be real hot.
Very hot, dude. It's gonna be very hot. But yo, honestly, like the Mets would totally be the type of team to get freaking Louis Castillo.
Yeah,
like they would 100%. I don't understand, where does the money come from? Where does the money come from?
From billionaires.
Yeah,
they just come from billionaires.
It just comes from billionaires.
They don't care,
and they don't give a crap.
Yeah,
you know,
they just want to. They want to see their city win.
Yeah,
a World Series. So like, okay, I'll pay for it.
Like, I guess if I just had infinite amount of money, like
you might as well spend it on something.
You might as well spend it on something, right? It's like, but it's just so unfair because it's like they're playing a video game and they're on like Minecraft creative mode.
Yeah,
and
they have an infinite amount of resources.
Yeah,
so it's like, all right, here you go.
Like, whatever, just put it down. It's like, oh, that didn't work. No problem. We'll just get it next year with a bunch more fucking resources. Meanwhile, the rest of us are out here mining for iron, trying to survive.
Brian, you have like infinite iron farms.
Yeah. Like this guy's just like doesn't even matter to them. God damn it.
Speaking of Joey Gallo, just talking about him right here. Yeah, they're trying to get rid of him.
Yeah, I mean, they should. It was a bad trade. It was a bad trade to begin with. They never should have gone out and got him.
Wow. TFA is slumping ass and go trade for a far productive right fielder, so Andrew Benintendi.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, he's really bad. And they probably thought what you thought, which was, hey, he could hit a lot of home runs here. They did not expect him to hit for 169.
Yeah.
Which I don't think anybody expected. Like,
that's a mistake.
Even if he was hitting for like 240, like Joey Gallo would still be elite. But like 169 is just horrible.
Yeah.
Ari with another donation
of
$2.79.
Let's go, man.
Wow, dude. Literally buying dinner tonight for the boys.
Let's go. Thank you.
Also, what do you think about Sergio Romo? We'll wrap up the stream with this final thought right here on Sergio Romo. I think that Sergio Romo is fine, and I think that it's nice that we're at least thinking about the bullpen. But that's, to me, really what it is. Like, I don't see it as anything other than, okay, like, we're thinking about the bullpen right now.
And there is no market. Like, we're talking about all these guys, but, like, the teams have to actually start to want to trade them. They got to get closer to the trade deadline, especially these big pieces. They're going to be trading, not going to be trading Barlow and Bednar, like, right now. It's going to be closer to the deadline. So right now, this is the only market is through, like, DFA and waiver claims. That's exactly what he was. So we got him. It's fine.
And, like, I like
better than nothing.
I like the idea of it's like, okay, like, he was once very elite at baseball. Is there any magic there? If not, okay, goodbye.
He's gone.
You're done. It doesn't matter. I just, I hope that, and I don't think that they will, but I hope that he will not be used in,
critical
situations.
He's the bottom of the barrel.
He's the bottom of the barrel, and he can work himself up through there if he does really well.
Yeah.
And that'll just be what it is. So, honestly, we're probably going to see him tonight, guys.
Probably going to see him tonight, actually.
The way that Kikuchi plays, I would imagine that he is going to make 100%. His Major League or Blue Jays debut today.
100%.
So that'll be exciting.
Also, thank you again, Ari, for another donation.
Literally.
Saying, have a great evening. See y'all soon. Go Jays, go. Thank you, buddy.
Shout out, dude. Shout out. I can't wait to see you on our next live stream, guys.
Yes.
The boys are going to call it for now. We're going to have a nice, chill evening before the long weekend. I hope all you guys have an incredible long weekend as well. Happy Canada Day to everybody. I think we're going live again tomorrow. I just don't know what time yet. We're going to figure that out and figure out exactly what that is going to entail, everybody. But yeah, have a sweet evening, and until next time,
go Jays, go! Florida's a finalist, really?